We're the Joe Irish podcast with Sherin Hughes, sponsored first time ever by Active Lambs. Yup. We're first sponsor.
Is that it? How do you do that again?
That's what you do. No, put the tongue down.
Like the yuck brow. Yeah.
And sometimes they do it with a whistle. They go. That's
that was a terrible whistle.
Yeah.
I'm not even trying it because I can't whistle.
So we're in there. And then with Sherin Hughes is our first time being a co-host. Give it up for Sherin Hughes, first time co-host. And I'm going to let you, Sherin Hughes, introduce our first guest as on with the podcast sponsors. Go ahead, take it away.
Today we have the lovely Shauna Bannon, aka Mama B.
Yep.
Give it up.
And she is one and only Irish MMA fighter. Yeah. Big fighter. We are our favourite fighter.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Even over Katie.
No. It's similar.
Come on.
Very much the same.
She's the go.
So what did you say? She's our first
Irish champion, isn't it? MMA fighter. Did I get that right, Shauna?
Yeah,
No. See, I do have a sprinkle of Tourette's. So I get stuff just a little bit.
Is that not called Tourette's or something else?
It could be fucking Alzheimer's. It could be ADHD.
I had a bit of that going on as well. I think I had to write the list to remember my days.
So I did go over and over and over this. I know you're Mario well, we spoke about it, but if I got that wrong, you rectified it.
So I'm the only Irish female athlete in the UFC.
Nice.
And the second ever. So Ash Daly was in it about 10 years ago when like Conor and all originally signed and Paddy and that. And so I'm the second ever
rapper.
And I won the most fights as a female.
Yes.
Well done. That's brilliant.
Give it up. That's amazing. That's absolutely well. So, and like, I obviously, my first, I didn't know yet. I knew of you and I knew of the UFC. We spoke about that in a second. We got back into it. I knew of the UFC and it was female fighters, and I wasn't a big follower of the whole lot of the right. But my first time meeting you was in Cork.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So you were there with your ma.
Yeah.
I thought it was your sister, by the way.
She'd be delighted.
And be like, make sure that goes out there. Make sure it goes out. You said it was like our sister.
Yeah, no, because we were doing a gig in Cork with Al Porter and you were in the audience and we were miles down in Cork and I was like, oh, I'm from Dublin. You were like, yup. I was like, you tell it. And I was like, fuck off. They're like, Springfield. I was like, fuck off. And he was like, oh, we're friends with Al Porter. And I was like, oh, right, that makes sense.
Yeah, I went to school with Al. So I think his
Al,
Dublin show was sold out. And then it was Mother's Day, and I was like, do you know what? Bring me man down for Mother's Day and stay overnight and make a weekend of it. Do you know what I mean?
And when I went backstage, I was like, there's two of them in the front there, the bleeding headbangers from Tala. I said, Cream and Giraffe, Rod and Lamb. He goes, yeah, that's Shauna. She's a UFC fighter. I was like, fucking hell, fair play. So that was my first. And then I've seen you, then followed you, but then I've seen you and you're fucking smashing the shit out of
unreal. Unbelievable, Shauna. And it's fucking great.
Like it's like I'd watched some of your clips a couple of times. That last one that you had, who was the guy that fought that recently won? You're like,
Gary.
Yeah.
So he's one of my main training partners, and he it's called the Rooney choke. That's what he won by.
Oh, right.
But he it's his choke. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So he was setting it up, and I know because I've been on the opposite end of it.
Right.
Once he has like a certain, I know he's gonna finish. So I was screaming for about 60 seconds before he actually finished because I knew he was gonna get to finish, and I was like, it's just so passionate when it's someone that you know and you love and you want them to do well and like, do you know what I mean?
And you need that champion and you need people screaming you on from the side to keep going. I know sometimes when I flake out, I need someone to push me again. So having someone on your side is just, but you are running amok. It was amazing.
Do you know when you just know and you're like, this is it?
But you must have been so close to whoever had the camera, you can hear it.
Oh, they were in my face, but I was like,
but that's brilliant to see. Do you know what I mean? Because some people just go, but like when you're that passionate about obviously your own sport and everything else, you can see it in it when you're doing your fights and then even as a spectator, which is amazing. So we were saying about the UFC and the MMA. What was it?
Yeah, so you're signed to...
She was like, so you do the UFC? Yeah, I was like...
Well, you're not going to ask the question because I look stupid. I'm supposed to know these things.
Joe has something to ask you. not doing that kind of work for you.
So we did have the conversation. She was like, what's that, UFC and MMA? And I was like, oh, I'm probably supposed to know, am I? Look, I'm going to get battered up by all the blokes outside the podcast. No, but I wasn't sure. And then she was like, oh, you should ask the question, because who's going to ask the questions?
So basically, MMA is the sport and UFC is the promotion. So that's the company that I work for, but the actual sport is mixed martial arts, so MMA.
Yeah. And it's funny because last night on the way home, I was having this debate with Jay. He's like, no, the UFC, Shireen, is the place. I'm like, no, that's what she does. He's like, no, it's not. She's an MMA.
You're not on your own. So many people think that.
So I'm confused about because what Jay said. Jay
is getting it now.
So no, it's Jay's fault. So Jay thinks it's what? It's a place.
So do you? No.
Like LFC.
And then he was saying, I know, what was it? FCA fighters, what's that?
No, we was making a joke, and it was fun, but it wasn't funny. I was saying, it should be an FCA funny. It's not, because the FCA is like the second class of the army or something.
Oh, right.
FCA,
I was like, what is FCA?
I didn't know that.
Like, it's the unpaid army. Okay. It's the secondary part of the army. Gotcha. You know, people, we used to always slag them, go, hey, you're in your bleeding FCA. Okay. They don't even get guns or anything. Do you know what I mean?
They choke out, like Shauna.
No, but I was trying to make what was stupid. Let's cut that bit out, Jamie.
Eddie. But he was saying, no, UFC is what she's signed to. MMA is the fight.
So he was right.
He was on the ball.
Was he?
No, 100%.
You can cut that out as well.
You say, I'm effing Jay. Yeah, no, I'm effing Jay. So UFC is the company, and it's Ultimate Fighting Champion.
Yeah, there you go.
And MMA is mixed martial arts. Yeah, MMA, mixed martial arts, and that's the actual, right, okay. That's the art of it. All right.
Getting into it, Shauna, I know you started that when you were younger, because with your dad, was it?
So I started kickboxing. So kickboxing is like striking.
Right.
And then MMA is everything. So it's striking, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, judo, everything. It's all martial arts in one. Yeah.
That's deadly, isn't it?
Violent.
Isn't it? Yeah. What else? Would you consider yourself a violent person in general?
Not as a that's why I'm like Shauna, and then I switched to Mama Bay. Because that's like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's the alter ego.
And I like that you said that, because I'd be like that as a comedian. Do you know what I mean? And like, and as a rave, I was going to say. So I'm like a dad and a granddad, and then I go to fucking raves, and I'm like, I'm a different person. No, but it's the same with comedy. So when I get on stage, you have a presence and a persona about you that you're bringing this to the stage, you're bringing it to the forefront of it. Do you know what I mean? Where would it be like on other times then? I would be like, you would think stand on stage, you would be super confident and everything is going, but there's times where I'm socially awkward and I'm not uncomfortable and I want to get out of rooms where there's people in and people think, so where you have to switch.
Yeah, you have to switch because I think if you're that all the time, you'd be drained. Like imagine trying to be like, even like my whole fight camps, like there's a time where I switch, like obviously in training and going hard or whatever, but like you can't be like, it's a 12-week camp, so you can't be like for the whole 12 weeks, otherwise by the time it comes to fight night you're like it's gone. Do you know what I mean? So you have to switch on and off.
Being such a violent sport, for me personally as a girl, I would be terrified getting into that ring, knowing, like I know you're violent, and then you have the lady that you're fighting is violent. Do you be terrified getting in, or are you able to just...
So like sometimes it's like you go through so many different emotions. Like sometimes you're afraid to lose. Sometimes like I'm never afraid that I'm going to get hurt. That doesn't really cross my mind. No,
that's amazing.
No,
because that'd be my biggest fear.
No, that doesn't cross my mind at all. It's more like if you make a mistake, if you like fuck up, or like if you lose, like sometimes they're the fears that would come in, and like you have to kind of black them out and just be like, no, you're here. And then I do try and think like as well, I'm here because I want to be here. Yeah. Like I was doing this for free before I got paid. Do you know what I mean?
And you're passionate about it. It's like you want to get in. This is it's a competitive society regardless of who's watching or anything else. It's like this is your own thing, and
But I definitely feel like from like previous promotions, so the promotion that I used to fight with was Invictus, so that was in America. Nobody was there. Whereas now, all my fights, everyone comes and there's a lot of pressure. And then just fighting with the UFC, because it's the pinnacle of the sport. There's nothing above that. Right. The pressure is
Deadly.
A lot.
Deadly. And it's a great though for it, and as I said, and I don't sound misogynistic, whatever that means, I'm joking. I don't, but isn't it great that that women are bringing it and doing it, do you know what I mean? The boxing and everything else.
Yeah.
And it is, because obviously there wasn't the whole, even women's football is flying.
Yeah.
It's all that. It's great.
It just kind of proves that women are better than...
No, but listen, that goes, we spoke about this in the last time, it's no doubt about it, but I'm saying on the sport end of it, do you know what I mean, the competitive end of it, like women are competing on all levels of sport, which is great, and then like you're at the forefront now, aren't you, really, in the Irish, really.
But I definitely think it's grown in the past few years. I feel like when I started MMA, especially in Ireland, there wasn't a lot of females, and now it's like constantly growing. Like when I look at the amateur circuit in Ireland now, there's loads to bounce off, whereas I had to go abroad to get fights because there was no one in Ireland for me to fight.
So was there loads of younger women now fighting and coming up through the ranks? I mean, I'm watching you then, obviously, and they're going to go, listen, isn't it? Isn't it though? Without a doubt.
Yeah. Like I think, I suppose, when someone from your country is doing it, or someone from your area is doing it, it's like, that is possible.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So I'd say, I must have seen you in an interview where somebody, a clip or something, said your family is a background of, isn't it?
Yeah, so my dad opened TMA, that's Tala Martial Arts, the kickboxing club, the year I was born, so nearly 22 years ago. And I was in that from when I was like 3.
Oh, right.
So I grew up in it. And I didn't take it serious until I was about, I'd say 11 or 12, but I was there every day training or whatever and competing and stuff. But I was a messer at the start. Like my dad used to suspend me and all and make me sign contracts to come back and everything. Like not normally, but like, I'll buy you phone credit if you're good in kickboxing today.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like put your chokehold or that. No.
No, well, I look back now. Come here. I look back at my grading as a kid, and some of it, like the whole syllabus has changed now. I look back at what I had to do to get my black belt. It was child abuse,
really?
Torture, 8-man attack, and when I say 8 men, it was 8 men attacking me. Yeah, and like we used to have this thing where it was like you'd put like 4 chairs, and everyone would have a number, and you'd be the person getting attacked. So they'd call the number, and like 2 people would be attacking it. Like I was pretending to be on the fucking 77A.
What?
Yeah, it was mad, like mad. Like, and I'm like, Dad, where did you bring that? Like, how did you make that up? Like, do you just like she was a little bitch today and gonna get her back in China? Get someone else to kill her on the side.
That's crazy.
You must have serious passion, because I built out that door. I'd be gone in that kind of training. So that, thinking of that, like obviously, as we were saying earlier, you need that champion, and being such a hard sport and being the only one, right, like up until now being that big in that space, how do you keep going? Like, it's a fierce sport to stay in.
Do you know what? Like, I don't, like, as much as it is intense and like my fight camps are intense, I have to lose loads of weight and like I'm training high intensity, getting battered, my body's broke up, I'm in agony, injuries, everything gets thrown your way. But like I wouldn't change for the world. Like if you were to tell me tomorrow that was going to be taken off me, I'd be devastated.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
this is your life.
This is my life, and I'd be doing it if I wasn't getting paid.
Yeah.
I just like have the privilege that I get to call this my job.
Mad. That's
Do you know
brilliant.
what I mean?
Yeah, to get paid for it as well.
Like,
That's what.
yeah,
when you're
like,
doing something that, like, because as you said from the start, you don't care about the money. It's just you're so passionate about it.
The money it's irrelevant to me now. Like I'm like, I love this.
And if you did it if you started out going and doing that for the money, you would get nowhere, wouldn't you? I think if your ambition was the money end of it.
No,
it's just
the
like you're just doing that. Yeah,
for
that's how we are good at it, because it's in you. It's already ingrained into you, isn't it?
Yeah, like I started with kickboxing, and then I had won everything. I won the world 7 times, the European 6 times, and they kept saying it was going to get into the Olympics, and I was like waiting on that. But obviously the Olympics is like a 4-year gap.
Right.
So I'm waiting every 4 years. I'm like, 4 years is a long time.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Why is it every 4? That's ridiculous, isn't it?
Super, really, isn't it? Yeah. I suppose it's such a big event and there's so much that goes. It probably takes 4 years to plan realistically, because there's so many sports or whatever.
All over the world,
But so I was waiting, and then I was like, look, it's not going to be in the Olympics in my time, and it hasn't still been put in. So I was right.
I was going to say
so I switched to taekwondo, which is in the Olympics, but I was doing it for like a year and a half, and I went to the World and the Europeans, and I was travelling loads to try and, because you have to get ranking points to qualify for the Olympics. So I started that in 2017, but I was already a year behind because the cycle would have started from 2016. So I'm trying to catch up on that, but I'm also trying to catch up on people that have been doing taekwondo their whole lives.
Oh yeah, and just that.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, as much as it's kicking is kicking, and you do kicking and kickboxing, it's different, the rules and the traditional side of it and all that, and it's a different language and all, and like when they're refereeing it, and I'm like, what? Like warnings called gang jump, and you're like, I was getting warnings left, right and centre. Me first tournaments, I punched someone in the face and they were like, oh, because you're not allowed to do that.
Right.
So I was
That's
like,
the
after a
talent
year and a
coming
half,
That's talent. She's talent.
Just do a punch and cunts in the face.
like, sorry about that.
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
Be like,
Like,
gang them,
imagine because
gang
it's
them.
so traditional, like, so they're like, they were horrified.
And what's the warning is gang them?
Gang jump.
So gang jump sounds like the gang. Gangnam
Korean.
Style.
It's
Whoop-a,
Korean.
Gangnam
I was
Style.
thinking that as well. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Whoop-a, Gangnam Style. Bang. That'd be good. Yeah.
But yeah, so I done that for a year and a half. Paddy was moving from one gym to another, and they had nowhere to train, so they were
Right.
in between my dad's gym and where I was doing taekwondo at the time. And after one of the classes finished, they were starting, and I just stepped back and watched it, and they were doing jiu-jitsu, and it was in the gi, you know, like the uniform.
Yeah.
That it's called the gi. Sorry, guys.
Oh yes, so
No way! It was Benjamin Diggy.
oh my god. So I'm actually going red here now. You probably can't tell, but I'm hiding my face at the minute. Oh my god, Scarlet for us all.
You could have just said it's a G.
Warning.
That's GI, but it's called gi.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna be oh no, I'm not gonna go there. Joe, don't. Joe,
stop.
don't go there. Stop.
Go on.
No. There's loads of
Right,
questions
okay.
now. Oh, too many questions about your gi. I'm sorry. We don't want to
Oh no!
No,
Sorry, Sean.
no.
Excuse him.
You don't have to come in here and put that out in front of me, and maybe I can't.
His mind's everywhere.
You can't even fucking concentrate now.
Am I red?
You're in the head, but you're
Fucking
grand,
no,
yeah.
I'm all
Your
right.
face is
Jesus.
starting to match your hair.
Is my face changing? Right, come back here,
Right.
gay. Sorry. Right, I
stop.
know you must
No,
hear that
sorry.
all of them stupid
Let's-
jokes. So,
let's-
let's go on.
Was watching
Yes.
the class.
Right.
They were in their uniform.
Yeah, come on, sorry, yeah, for all the just now it's all. Right, there you go. Just more.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Fuck's
Do you
sake.
get that all the time with questions and that you mention that word, I don't say it.
That's a
Does
bit
it
of
get
a-
awkward? No. Is it just us? We're so mature. Anyways,
such a
you were-
professional
I was watching the
podcast.
class.
yes.
And I knew that I didn't really want to do taekwondo anymore. I was kind of just hanging in there for like the hopes that I was going to start liking it or something.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what, I'll just start jiu-jitsu. So jiu-jitsu was one part of MMA.
Yeah.
So like MMA is, like I said, all the different sports, but jiu-jitsu was one part of it. But I was like, maybe I'll just do jiu-jitsu and like learn how to grapple and compete in that, and just maybe like that's just it. Like, so I started, done one jiu-jitsu class, came back to do my second, ended up in an MMA class and fell in love. I was like, Paddy, when can I
That's
fight?
it.
Where am I going? Like, I want to go to the UFC, and it just went from
Wow.
there.
So, and that was Paddy Houlihan's
Yeah.
MMA, and
Yeah.
he was that's great. And we all know Paddy.
We all know Paddy, what a legend.
He's your trainer.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Such a great guy.
Yeah.
Really
great
is.
stuff for the community and doing great work with you. Obviously,
Yeah.
you watch it. He's
With
such a
everyone.
great.
Well,
he's amazing.
I don't even think
Unbelievable.
people see the half of the stuff that he does. You know what I
I'm
mean?
dying to get him on as a guest. I really am. Since way before when I only started as and we had Paddy, because he helped me get out of homelessness.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, he's in the council and
Yeah.
like that. So already he's and he's obviously like ourselves here, working class heroes. The way I look at saying, I'm
absolutely.
pointing at myself, you with your sister Shed, and you in the UFC, MMA, and then Paddy where he's, do you know what I mean? It's great. So you joined Paddy's class and then you were like, that's it.
Fell in
and that's
love.
it.
Fell in love straight
Yeah.
away. And like, I think Paddy guided me in the right direction as well.
Yeah.
I think if I had went to a different gym, I don't think I'd be where I am now.
What's he like as a trainer? Like then? What's he like? I know he's just we know he's a fucking amazing human being out straight, but as a trainer, like, can he be tough?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah,
is
he's
he-
unbelievable. He knows how, like, I'm not the type of person that I want people like screaming in my
Right,
face. Some people
right.
like being coached like
Yeah.
that. I don't, because
Yeah.
that just goes in one ear and out
Yeah.
the other. It doesn't
Right.
register with me.
Yeah.
I need calmness,
Yeah,
and he
deadly.
knows that with me. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like over the past few years, we've really learned how to work
And
with each other.
did you just have to break down them barriers at first? Like, was he getting, or was that the way he was already tuned into that type of training? Was going?
No, I think he
a
is quite
calm
like
side?
that himself in any ways, naturally. Do you know
Like
what I mean?
Articulate, like he
Yeah.
was well able to say this, don't do that, do it this way, without going too
Yeah.
much, too pushy or too
Yeah, and he lets
aggressive.
you kind of figure out things for yourself
Right.
as well. Do you know what I
Deadly.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's not like, this is how it has to be. And
Yeah.
like, if there's a time where like something has to be corrected, he'll obviously pull me up on it and be like, this is what you do. But he is very open-minded to it all. Do you know what I mean? And like, I think at the start, obviously, I had to learn a whole new sport. Like as much as I could strike, the other side of it was alien to me. I never even watched MMA before I done it, so it wasn't as if I was a fan coming in. Do you know what I mean? So I had to like really go flat on the jiu-jitsu to learn, because I was like, people are going to take me down. If I get taken down, then I don't know what to do. So like I stopped striking, and I was just doing jiu-jitsu and like the MMA side of things for like probably about a year and a half. And like just figuring it out. Like,
is any of them sports harder than the other? Like, would you say MMA is easier, jiu-jitsu is easier? Like, is that why you go into MMA, because it's easier, or is it harder, or is it the same?
I wouldn't say, it obviously depends on the person. Like, I came from a background in striking, so that was my roots. Do you know what I mean? The jiu-jitsu, it is hard, but it's one of them things that like you'll never stop learning. Like, I felt like in kickboxing, like in point fighting, you can get to a certain level and you're at the top, whereas jiu-jitsu was just one of them things that's constantly changing and developing. Like, I don't think you'll ever be like the best, because it's constantly growing.
But that's like, isn't it 1,000-year-old? Like, art,
and
it?
It's honestly, it's like.
So who's changing? You don't mind me asking whatever sounds in my ignorance here, but who's changing it? Do you know,
it's just developing.
Is it? Right?
Yeah.
So it's just growing itself on
sport.
it.
And it's like, I think like obviously people have different games, and there's so much to it. Imagine you can attack your whole body.
Right.
So like your ankles, your like it, everywhere can be attacked, your neck, your arm. So it's like, as much as you could be really good at one aspect of it, there's a whole other. Do you get me?
That's
so
nuts.
it's just never ends.
That's crazy.
In MMA, obviously, then with you saying jiu-jitsu, there's certain parts of the body you can't attack. Is that right?
No, not really. No.
So it's the same.
Yeah, it's everything. You can just go for. Like they're trying to break your limbs or choke you out cold.
You know they're coming in there to try and break your limbs.
Yeah,
that's unbelievable, Shauna. Like, I couldn't.
Like what?
Unbelievable.
But see, when you're doing jiu-jitsu on its own, that's what they're trying to do. But when you're doing MMA, there's punches involved and like kicks, and so like someone could be a black belt in jiu-jitsu and they come against a really good striker with good takedown defense. They mightn't get to where they want to be because they can't take them down. Do you know what I mean?
They can't get that closeness.
So that's where the matchmakers come into
it. Because I know with the wrestling, that's more of a submission type. Is it wrestling?
No, so the jiu-jitsu is the submission.
Is it?
And wrestling would be the takedowns and double legs and single legs.
Isn't it?
Yeah. It's like, you know, when you see sometimes as well call outs for like a UFC fighting a boxer. Do you know, like that? Is that something you would ever do if you were asked? No, obviously not. Kate Taylor.
That's
she's the go. But in someone on your level, would you get into the ring with a boxer?
So because I'm signed to the UFC now, I can't just go and do other sports. I'd have to get permission.
Right.
And it would be with boxing. Like obviously they let Conor, but he's a very high profile. So.
Right.
And I think like he had to give a certain amount of his purse to the UFC and stuff. So it's like there's a lot more to. I can't just hop in and do whatever anymore because I'm contracted to them. Right. Like I have to get permission, even if I want to do, like I'm hoping to do the Jiu-Jitsu Worlds in December. Right. I have to get permission off them to do that. I can't because I'm contracted to them. Do you know what I mean?
And how long does that contract last? Like,
so there's a time frame or the amount of fights. So I recently signed a new 4-fight deal. So one fight's gone and that's so I have 3 more left, or the time frame.
And then them 3 fights are spaced out as over a 12-week period about for you to train, and is that the way it works? Like?
Normally you get about 12 weeks notice. But sometimes you might get less. Sometimes you could be allowed.
Because it was hard for us to get you in here.
Yeah, I'm
like you were like, we were like, what's the story? And you were getting on and you were going, nah, she can't do that, she won't do this time around that. And I was like, let's just, so we nailed it down.
My weeks are like, especially when I'm in camp, it's like, it's a ritual.
And then the other side of it is obviously you have your son as well. So that, and then that's quite.
Like my days are literally like, I actually need to stop over scheduling my days because I'm like back to back.
Yeah.
Paddy just like, do you ever just do nothing for a day?
Yeah.
Like, maybe I should try that.
Yeah. But it's hard not to though when you're so focused. And that's what makes you that extra little bit step further than other people that's doing it. Do you know what I mean? Isn't it? That you just step that one little bit further.
It's amazing. I was watching your journey a bit there and you are in Thailand training. What's the difference? You're training in Thailand, you're training here. Like, what is that experience?
Well, when you're in Thailand, you don't have your everyday life fucking other problems you don't have to do. I was getting me washing done for me. The hotel was getting cleaned, like, you know. And I'm like, I always say, like, when I land in Thailand, it's real peaceful, but I think it's because that aspect is taken away from it. Like, I went to Thailand, like just before I got pregnant on Jace, so 5 years ago, a little bit more than 5 years ago. And I loved it, but I travelled all around. But I went to Phuket, and I remember like being in Phuket and being like, "This is where I liked," and I extended my stay there. So then when I went back, my ma came with me and Jace, and
I seen that. It was lovely.
How long did you stay for?
I think it was about 3.5 weeks.
Was it?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So and it was unreal. The training, like, because the schedule over there, there's like in that place in Phuket, there's a new gym now banked out, and it's like there's a schedule for the whole day, and there's people from all over the world, so you get to bounce off different bodies and train, and like that's good and bad sometimes, because sometimes like your training partners have your best interest at heart, and sometimes they don't. And if I'm injured, I don't get paid. So like I have to be a lot smarter now in me training and approach to things. But I think I'm due a visit to Thailand sometime soon.
Well, I was in Thailand for 6 weeks. I loved it. It was fabulous.
Isn't it just peaceful or something?
It's outstanding. Like, it's just beautiful. But I seen Thai fighters. So I went to watch Thai fights.
Oh, did you?
Fierce, like. That's why when you were over there, I was like, I wonder what it's like for her being from here over there. Do you think that it's different kind of training? Like, it's harder.
So that gym that I go to is like owned by people from, I think they're like Australian, America. There's like 3 different owners, and like the coaches are all international. Like there is Thai coaches there. To be honest, when I'm over there, I'm more interested in doing like the jiu-jitsu and the wrestling and the MMA classes rather than the Thai. It's kind of like the Thai is one side and then the MMA is another.
Sport.
Like I've done one or two, like, and they are good for like learning your elbows and your knees and all, but it's just a little bit different for it. Like I like to kind of do a little bit of all the different martial arts and take bits from it, because you can't just go flat at one, because you have to figure out your style. Do you know what I mean? And everybody's different.
It's amazing how big this sport is, how much it expands, like martial arts, Thai. Like I would have thought that's the same again. Jiu-jitsu would have thought that was the same. Do you know? So
I just remember I was at, like, because the MMA, as I said, was exploded, didn't it, a few years ago. But I just remember as a kid seeing other kids walking through Knockmore or whatever with that I don't want to say with that
uniform.
With the uniform.
Fucking dying to say it.
Did you never know that was what it was called?
No, I didn't know what it was called now. Oh my God.
Take it around there again.
So, but you wouldn't, but they be going, and they should be more nervous about going on the way to the class than what's going to happen at the class. I was like, yeah, what's this? But
and you're probably right.
they wore their costumes on the way, and I was like, why wouldn't?
That's what Jace calls it. I put my kickboxing costume on.
Costumes, because it's close to Halloween. I'm going to dress up in a gay now for Halloween.
I'll give you my one.
Joe, that's I swear to God.
Oh my God.
If we're doing a podcast coming to Halloween, you're wearing that.
I'm wearing a gay. Shauna Bannon's giving me a gay for Halloween. You said it.
That could be the blurb to this podcast.
You said it, not me. You said it.
We discussed her gay.
Oh my God. So now I don't know where I was going with the question.
Take the gay out of it.
Right, okay. I did. I said costume. Anyway, so it was, for me, it was just, they were going, because in the schools you would always see the poster saying karate or taekwondo.
Yeah.
And that's as much as I knew about it from then. And obviously when I was 15 and I just started my apprenticeship as plaster, and it was just construction for me. You know when you get into your own little zone.
I'm ignorant to some other people's things, because it's not my life.
Yeah, you know when someone says,
and I understand that people are like that with me as well, because if you don't watch it.
It's like when someone says to you, I know, because when I do comedy and talk to people in the audience, if someone goes, and what do you do? And I go, IT, I'm just going, listen, I'm fucking graveyard there, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah.
So you're only obviously what you're obviously involved in at that time, but so to find out that there's all these other arts from different countries, and they're similar but completely different.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing. And then to put them all together, like, whose idea was that?
I know, it's mad, really, isn't it, when you think
someone
about
that said, do you know what we should do? Let everyone do fucking everything.
Like
go in, choke hold, break our leg, do this, do that, and let's just call it this.
And then put it out there into the world, and then they obviously got its competition up. It's like, so where did that? Do you know where that originated from?
I do know that, like, it used to be like so people would like go to an MMA event, and obviously, like, you know, the fellas wear their shorts, the girls wear the sportswear. Years ago, it used to be they just wear whatever their traditional, like, so some people be in their costume,
right, the costume,
and some people
would be in there.
What your speciality was.
You wear that costume for whatever your sport is, and then you do and then against other people. Supposed like what you said about someone with karate against a boxer.
Yeah, but there's a lot more regulations now. Like years ago, it was like just go for it, and like you were allowed kick on the floor, like football kick on the floor.
Really?
Like, whereas now there's rules, like you have to get brain scans, you have to get blood to make sure like you don't have hepatitis, HIV, because obviously the bloods are in the cage.
That's the other side of it as well then, because there's a lot of people that is pure against to be it's a blood sport, isn't it? Right, it's a blood sport, and it's all because when you look at, did you see that documentary about the fellas playing American football? Did you see that documentary? No. So they're saying that even they're wearing their helmets at the same time, and they're getting these bangs all the time. Their heads are bouncing around inside the helmet, and obviously your brain then is inside the gel as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they were just getting this thing, and man, sorry, I don't want going off the track here, but these guys obviously formed some sort of disability, a mental disability in their heads, and some of them are committing suicide or killing people. These American fame, rich, do you know what I mean? I'm saying, what drives? They've obviously lost that little part of that. Whatever front lobe or whatever part of it. We're not brain scientists, but they're only saying that there's more to look into it then. So not that blood sport that you were saying they need to be checked on a regular basis.
Yeah, and we used to get our brain scans like every year. Like I was at the NFL on Sunday, and I was like, it is like you can see. I was just like, this, and the size of them.
Size of them. Did you go
they're
to
about
that?
200 kilos, and they're like.
Yeah, it was right.
What did you think of that NFL? I've never been to.
So I'm like that. I was ignorant to it because I've never watched it before, and they invited me to, and I was like, that sounds great, but I like because it's like a show, isn't it? There's all stuff at halftime and all that. Yeah. So I was like, lovely, I'll go, but I didn't have a clue what was going on, and there's no momentum to it. They really stop and start. Have you ever watched it?
Yeah. Oh, you've watched it. I've watched it.
I was like, it's supposed to be 15 minutes everything, but every time they stop the clock, so it doesn't be 15 minutes.
That's right. Yeah, it's like cricket. Cricket goes on for 3 days, one match. Oh, you would love that thing, and I was never going into the sports. I was straight away. I was up the mountains collecting mushrooms. Now we won't go into that. No, but
that's another episode.
I was building, like, I was always into just building go-karts, so never. But my mates are all football and GAA and the whole lot, and I never got into the sports. But I know the lads go off, and I go to the matches with the boys because I'm mutual. They're either Liverpool or Man United. I don't go to any of the matches. But don't know they got it. You always a thing about the girlfriends. They're like, oh, he's off fucking with the lads watching football. And then when I found out cricket goes on for 3 days, I was like, I want to be a cricket fan.
That's my sport.
I was like, there's no better way of going. Yeah, where you going? I'm just going to watch cricket. Be back on Monday.
In a week.
I'll be back on Monday. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Actually go on for 3
days. So one match goes on for 3 days. Like that's one match. Like the last.
They get paid. Well, he's probably getting paid very good for that.
Very good.
Watch your man's program. He's a TV presenter and he was in a car crash. What's his fucking name? I can't think of it. It's brilliant. He was on my brain goes fizzled. So he's actually a famous. Do you know who it is, Jamie? He's gone, is he? He's there. He's not talking to us. Yeah. So do you know there's a famous English cricket player. He's one of the top cricket players, and then he was on a TV presenter, and he became the TV presenter for. No, it's just not. I'm not going somewhere with this.
It's good.
I'm going somewhere with this, but his documentary is on Netflix, and it's fucking amazing to watch it and all. But this guy was in a seriously bad car crash. What's the car program that they're all in? Jeremy Clarkson. What's that? Top Gear. So he was in the new Top Gear because he's a TV presenter with James Gordon and all them, and that TV program, the funny one. Famous cricket player, TV presenter, went from that to the fucking Top Gear, and then he was in a fucking horrific crash.
Flintoff, is it?
Yes, Freddie Flintoff. Watch that on Netflix.
Is that what it's called?
Watch Freddie Flintoff on Netflix.
Okay.
Someone and a good looking bloke, big fucking fella, played cricket, did all the best cricket in the world, and I went to TV presenter, really funny guy, and then he was in Top Gear and he fucking was in a horrific crash, and the fucking he when he was going over, he knew it was going to bounce his head, so he turned his face to the ground, and he ripped his whole fucking face off, and he's had a need to watch the program, but like it's like that. I know from watching that come the sport, the cricket, you learn more about cricket, and you go fucking hell. That's why. That's how I was just saying. Sorry, I drifted off a little bit there, but it's from the cricket end of it. Anyways, back to MMA.
Do you play cricket?
Having a clue.
Cut that 20 minutes out. No.
So cricket, just back to cricket for 2 seconds. Right? That's like, what did you used to play in school for PE?
Rounders.
It's very similar to rounders.
Yeah.
Now, it might be with the things, as I said, rounders we played with tennis, didn't we? Tennis racket.
Oh,
did you play cricket bats? I didn't play with cricket bats.
No, we did, yeah.
Did you?
Still do go to St. Mark's had the proper ones.
Nah, we were in KCS. What school did you go to?
I didn't go to school. I'm only joking. It's a joke.
Yeah.
I love joking with
Did
you.
you? No, what school did you go to?
I went to Jobstown Community College.
Yeah.
In Jamestown.
And we also
And
privileged.
then I went on to third level education.
No, but yours actually sounds like St. Mark's.
Yeah.
It sounds like.
Why is it called a college?
That's
when
where my
it's
child is, St. Mark's. You
You're saying your child's better than the rest of us?
Yeah, kind of. It's a joke.
So Sean and your child is better than everyone else.
Shauna and my child are on
So
par.
I tell you what, and I was talking about schools, and I said this, the KCS where I went there is Kinnaird Community School, and there was a list of top 10 people of young entrepreneurs in Ireland,
Deadly.
and 4 of them were for fucking KCS.
No way.
Yeah.
Deadly.
Now 3 of them
Love
were
it.
brothers. But it was 3 of them were brothers, and they come up with that. I think it was the MD Web, you know, the medical thing that you fucking type into the doctor, Web MD. 3 of them are brothers from there and have success. Yeah.
What is that when it sends the thing to the doctors to your
yeah. So you don't have to go see a doctor. You just do it online.
Oh.
WebMD. So the 3.
Is that where everyone's getting their Ozempic from?
Yeah, possibly. And Lynn Rowan was the other one. So there was 2 of them from KCS, but in the group
What
of the
did
10.
Lynn do?
What
did
Lynn's a fucking senator. Lynn
Yeah.
Rowan.
Oh, right. I thought you meant
an entrepreneur, like a young success.
Right,
Maybe not an entrepreneur, but successful of 10 young successful
deadly. I love
people
hearing
that do
that.
that. And there's like 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
out
Right,
of
so
the
this
top
is over
10.
like a period of time. It's not
Yeah.
every year that they do.
No, I
didn't
don't
know.
think so.
Right,
It was
okay,
just
very
over
good.
so many
Yeah.
years.
Do you
and
know
like,
what I
there was
wanted
2 of
to-
them from my school.
Deadly.
Yup, KCS.
Go on. Do you know what I wanted to ask you? You know, like, that was something I was thinking, you know, with being in sport from so young up until now, living in our areas where we live, which can be a bit off the scales.
It's nuts.
Do you think that Joe's just like, it's fucked?
It's nuts. No,
It's not
I
good.
love it.
Yeah, I love it as well. But do you think that kept you on a certain path? Like, if young people were listening, do you think sport is the way to go? Well,
I
hope young
suppose
people aren't
because I
watching
was
this, but-
so like focused on what I wanted to achieve. Like I think as well with kickboxing, I was unhealthily obsessed with.
Right.
I think I have a better balance now where I know like I have to just switch off from thinking about it.
Yeah.
Whereas when I was younger, it was just kickboxing.
Yeah.
Wow,
Like, do you know what I
that's
mean?
brilliant.
Yeah, but
It's
it was
a
a bit
great
toxic
mindset.
looking
Right.
back now.
Yeah. No, yeah, but like,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I don't think I ever kind of had the like urge to be going out. Like, obviously, I went drinking and
Yeah.
like done all them as well, but never to the extreme because I always got drawn back
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
kickboxing.
And
Do
would
know
you
what
say
I
that
mean?
was from having your dad in the kickboxing, or do you think you would have just went that way anyway?
No, because my dad was never pushy. Like he used to suspend me for messing all when I was younger. But then when I took it serious, like he never forced me to go. He was like, "It's there if you want to go. If you don't, you don't have to." He was never like, "You
Best
have to go
way to do it,
kickboxing."
yeah.
Yeah. So it was kind of like I did want to be there, even though I was there messing when I was younger. And then I took it serious. So there was always obviously a want in me to be there because otherwise I wouldn't have been there. Do you get me? Like I was never forced.
Yeah.
And I'm the same with Jace now. Like he does kickboxing and jiu-jitsu.
Right.
And like if he says he doesn't want to go someday, I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah,
not
grand, no bother. Like, do you know what I mean?
That's a good.
He's
that's
young.
You
Yeah.
need to be like that as a parent,
It's
though. I think, isn't it, as
definitely-
well? Where you can't be going like, "Oh, this is where you are, and
Yeah.
you're mapped out, and I have this for you." It's like, look, we can do
and I
whatever you
think
want.
as a parent, it's a big thing, isn't it? You want your kids to do the best. You want them to veer away from the madness.
Yeah.
Not experience that wild life in amongst talent and stuff and every other area. So it is a good way maybe of moving forward, just trying to dedicate yourself to a sport. But like you said, you're a bit too obsessed with it. And
Yeah, like come here and like it probably got me to where I am today. Would I change it? Maybe not. But like I do think there was an obsession at a stage where it was like just a bit too much.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah,
what
but
I mean?
maybe I don't know what's that, but I'm not sure. I'm not disagreeing with you here in case you're bleeding back at me.
she'll
but
kill you. So say nothing.
No, I don't disagree with you. But I think that's the thing that makes you successful as what it is. It's the obsession with it.
Yeah.
It's the fucking focus
The
and the going
dedication,
forward.
determination.
Like, and you went there with your own little adventure and say a little adventure, but like you're not for an award, like, but you were fucking on focus for what you were doing with your sister sheds. You know what I mean? And
no, I
sometimes you can't. Sometimes you are at a young age going straight into that, and sometimes you haven't got an opportunity to focus on another avenue of what you're going to. Because me and the comedy, I'm 11 years, but I was doing fucking raising kids and doing my own. And my kids are grown up now. We're just now at the age where I could concentrate in the comedy and focus on that and be mad about it and be out 7 nights a week at the comedy clubs. Even when I wasn't gigging, I was at the gigs just watching them, and do you know what I mean? And so I think that bit of obsession and drive shit. I think
definitely, but I just think as an like I'm thinking like a Jace coming, like I hope he never does MMA.
Really?
Like he's doing jiu-jitsu. I don't want him to do MMA.
Honestly.
No.
But that, you know,
I couldn't watch him in a cage.
It's funny hearing you say that, because as you know, your mum, I would know your mum through the organisation, and every time you're coming up to a fight or anything, she's like, I just hate, like, my nerves are gone. Do you know, my nerves?
Like,
She
I can't
has
imagine
put full faith in you. She knows you're going to do it, but she nervous wreck.
In that ring with
you would like, but it's son or daughter, you don't want to see your child get hurt.
Terrified,
and anything, like when you get, like, you can die. Like, there's people that have died in an MMA fight. Do you know what I mean? So, like, and like the damage and all, like, I love it. And I wouldn't change for a world, but there obviously is a time and a place where you'll have to walk away from it. Do you know what I mean? And then to be on the opposite side and see my child do it, I don't want that. Like, if you just kickboxing, that's controlled, there's head guards, it's like, it's point fighting, it's fine. Same with jiu-jitsu, he might break a bone, okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. But the eyes split open, blood everywhere. I can't look at my child doing that. Like, I hope he never does it. He's probably
I was going to say on the so what's your next? I know you're signed up. You have 3 more fights with the UFC.
Yeah.
And then I know you have to focus on that, and then sometimes it's better to focus on these steps ahead of you. But in the bigger picture,
what's next for Mama B?
What's the big
like
picture?
after my career?
Not after your career, and even after your career. The next question, but where you are now, we're starting. Like, are you going? Like, are you thinking, right, Olympics, world champion? What's your goals? Is there a big like?
So MMA isn't in the Olympics,
right? Okay, yeah.
The Olympics is just amateur sport, so I would. That's not going to be an option. But my goal now, I think, for the next 3 months, I'm going to just be a student again and like not be in camp, because sometimes when you're in camp, you're like focusing so much on the fight and you're not really taking in information, because you're just like, you're working on your fitness, maybe your game plan, and like, so I'm kind of gonna bring it back a little bit and start just developing my game a little bit more for the next 3 months, and then. The Jiu-Jitsu Worlds is at the end of the year in Vegas, and I got nominated for Comeback of the Year.
Nice one. Well done, congratulations.
And that award's on the same week as it, so I think I'm going to go to Vegas. The UFC PI is over there, so I'll do a bit of training there, go to the awards, do the Jiu-Jitsu Worlds, and then hopefully fight early next year.
That's brilliant. We'll be right behind you, Shauna.
That's savage, isn't it?
You're going to do amazing.
And then after? Is there an after? Have you thought about?
I think things will kind of fall my way. Like, I've done a bit of commentating, like, on the fights and stuff.
I was going to say that. I'd say you're going to be amazing at commentating, regardless of where. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The presenting and stuff. Like, I would be interested in doing that. I wouldn't mind doing a bit of acting either.
Yeah.
Like stunts and stuff like that in movies. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I kind of just, I'm focused on, I can't see all them things in the future, but right now I'm just focused on my career. Like, I want to get into the top 15, top 10, top 5 and go for the belt and become world champion. And then after that, whatever happens.
Champion,
you're just amazing. You really are. Well done. It takes so much determination and strength to do what you're doing. Like, I'm all about women empowering and stuff. So yeah, definitely up there.
Me too.
Thank you so much.
I'm an alloy.
Costume.
I'm an alloy of women. Deep played into Mike. No, sorry.
I'm going to call this episode Costume.
Yeah, dude, the costume. Yeah.
I can't wait to see the writing on this one.
Excuse me. So, but like,
who's your idol, Shauna?
Good question.
In thanks, Joe.
No, you're very welcome. You're welcome. I think you've got the job. You've got the gig. Good question.
I think with the females, I always looked up to Katie, but I also have a lot of respect for Kelly Harrington. I think she's done great things, and like
she's in the Talent Club as well. She'll go down now, so she want to get on the podcast.
Oh, that'd be a good one. But is she in Northside? I don't know.
She is, but she's in Talent.
We let her in Talent.
As far as I know, now could be wrong, Shauna. She's in, down at Dominic's.
Yeah. Oh, that was her original boxing club, wasn't it? Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Because I've drove around the
on
square
the wall outside. Yeah.
We need to put your picture.
I know. Yeah. I don't know.
Like statue.
Yeah.
Middle of Tala.
Yeah.
A statue. In the middle of Tala Village.
I was gonna say you and your game. Sorry.
I never even wear it. He's
never gonna let it go.
No, it's going on stage. I'm gonna have to say
that's definitely going on stage.
That's gonna be a bit of comedy. It's gonna be a bit of comedy. No, but anyways.
No, but sorry, you're vital.
Yeah, the two of them I'd really look up to, especially because they're Irish and female, and they've been to the pinnacle of the sport as well.
Have you ever met them? Any of them?
No.
It's my dream.
Oh, sorry, I met Kelly.
It's my dream to meet Katie.
I've never met her.
Because my brother...
She's away a lot now, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. I've tried to keep reaching out all the time, because for the organisation I run, Sister Sheds, I think she's just an inspiring woman. She's unbelievable. I watched her documentary. But I forgot what I was going to say.
Her documentary is little though, isn't it? I've watched it about 100 times. Have you?
I
rinsed and repeated it about 10,000 times. It's real motivating.
It is, and that's why I think she's a real
She needs a new one though, I feel. Like an updated one for
and
her
she
career.
is the woman that brought the women's sport to Ireland, to the world.
She fought and pretended to be a fella.
Pretended to be a guy,
Yeah,
you need to watch that documentary, Joe.
That's a crazy,
really good documentary. She went through a lot, but look at her, she's unbelievable.
She's married now.
She's married now,
She's married now,
seen that.
Fair play to her,
sorry.
No, let's do this.
Remix. Didn't know you're on the decks over there.
I'm a stutter. What's a stutter? Not Tourette's. You said Tourette's. It's a stutter. Sound like Fat Boy Slim. What you doing with the... Go on.
Fuck's sake.
Forgot
What
your
a
question
really
again.
good fucking question. Yeah, right. So, you're out there, you're in social media now, you're big, you've great following. I see sometimes, because I seen you there last week putting up about a guy sending you a bad message, looking, how would you get, because that is a trigger, and you being a fire, how would you not come through the screen?
Do you know what? That doesn't faze me at all.
Right.
I'm just right, you just see a message from someone saying something, whatever they're saying, your shit, or whatever, right? And then you go onto their profile and it's them on a sofa or a fucking cat or something, and you're with 3 followers, and you're all right, mate, just say it from your real profile and we'll talk it out.
It's 100% a troll with no one, and they can just set up 20 profiles, which I think is ridiculous. If they're like Instagram and Facebook and TikTok can clamp down that and go IP address. That's it.
I know.
Ban that.
Say it to me face.
Yeah.
Some people could be saying mad things.
Come out.
And I genuinely, people to be like, does that not wreck your head? I actually don't care.
You can't.
I feel sorry for them.
Yeah,
I'm
that's right.
Because if you were achieving something in life, why would you go and actually want to put someone else down that's achieving? I'm only trying to fucking succeed and do the best I can for me and my family and my son.
And I think the majority of people see that. We all know that.
But generally, people that hate their own lives.
That comment that I was talking about, that was me.
What was the
comment? So that video of me going like a spam, reacting for Gary, buzzing from my friend who's after winning. He has a kid, he's another kid on the way. You know what I mean? Puts a lot of, he's my first coach since when I started in Paddy's gym.
I watched it 3 times, I was fucking yes.
Delighted for him, and he was like, look at that dope, look, you're looking for attention. I know that, man. I've been on trips away with him. I've trained with his 2 daughters. I know him very well.
So
and he's like, you're one. He's like, I haven't seen him in years now, but he knows who I am and I know who he is. He was in my dad's gym for years.
That's brilliant.
And I'm like, is he for real?
Yeah, it's such a thing, isn't it? And I'm always kind of having this conversation, obviously not in the limelight as much as you are, or have a presence on social media as big as yours. But social media can be so good for you, but it can also break you.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's dangerous when people come in like that trolling. I do try and be like, I would never ever, no matter what someone was doing, whether I liked it or I didn't, put them down on their social media.
Yeah, but that's because of the type of person you are. So these are out there, and
they're hiding behind a fake page as well. You need to remember they never write it from their own page.
I love doing it, and from my end of it, and like I've not obviously no profile in here yours, but with the comedy and the people going, you're trying to be funny, whatever. But people I went, listen, that's actually the goal. No, but the best one was when I was at that going to talk and getting my hair transplant, and I got my teeth, and I'm only about to bounce down. I was on the table for whatever amount of hours getting the hair transplant, and I bounced outside, and I was like, first thing, cigarettes. I'm like, I'm supposed to smoke after the hair transplant. But I did a video. I had the where the thing was taken out, the bandages, and I had the scan. It was like that teeth, and I was like, I only had to get me second operation. I'm not making content, is what I'm doing. And there's some of the comments, oh my God, isn't it great to sell drugs? Now all this, like
bitter.
Yeah.
Really.
Just like instead of saying you look great,
there wasn't.
Just say none. There was no nice thing. Shut your mouth.
But there was loads of people questioning, going, oh, when did you get done? How long is that? Question. And I was going, anyone that I'd love to help that would give advice there. But there was one, Nicola, and she got on and she was like, did the welfare say this? And I have to do because that's what we heard in my head. Did the welfare say this? And I was like, so what I love to do, and I think it gets even a better reaction than the video itself, I do a video to the comment.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm like, oh, Nicola, no, the welfare didn't see it, and don't tell anyone because what am I going to do? You know what I mean? And I hope the guards don't know that I'm selling drugs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then people are messaging me going, do you want to, Nicola? I know her. She's buying second-hand wash machines on Facebook Market.
God forbid, Nicola. God forbid.
Washing machine going, Nicky.
Other people are chiming in and going, he fucking does comedy all the time, and he's, you know what I mean? He's doing his own thing, and he works hard, and he's doing that.
You're just trying to be.
They just want to put you down and had it, but Nicola just disappeared. And you know what I mean? Back into the, you know what I mean? And
sometimes, like I'll do a reply to the odd one, or like, you know, sometimes they'll say stuff, and then I click on the DMs, and they're like, love hearts reacting to me photos and all, and saying gorgeous, and I'm like, you're slagging me here, and now you're like, make your mind up. Do you like me or not?
It's great to have that mindset with it, because with me, I'm so soft. Like if someone was to come at me with something, which they don't, and I hope they never do, but if they do in your game, obviously they're going to, I'd probably explain. No, listen, the thing is, like, and that's the
you better off buzzing off them. I'll go public, like, come on.
That's the worst thing to do. Why'd I just go, look, it's like, sometimes don't reply. I've often heard other people saying, don't read or don't reply.
Yeah, no, sometimes I just delete and block.
I don't.
Like,
I like to read them. I'm just saying, that block button is rapid.
Yeah.
I would block the whole time. Yeah, I love it.
Would you be someone like get loads of DMs? Because I always think people like you with that much following and stuff, and like if I remember trying to obviously text you when like I was probably in Sister Shed's 2 days. I was like, Shauna, Bannon, she be empowered. Ask her. It was probably a shite message, to be honest. But like a good one, asked me, will you come? Do you get loads of that? Like people
so like I think with Instagram it like puts it into a different inbox. So if I don't follow them, it goes somewhere else.
Requested.
Yeah. So you miss it.
Can you do me a favour and follow me?
You're sacked.
You probably do.
I think I do. Do I not?
You do. So make sure you do that. People are going to look at that. Does she follow it? That's how small mind people are. She said she follows it. Does she follow it?
And why we're on that? Follow me. Follow me. Why we're on that? I'm not joking, but you're on that. Follow me as well. No. I love that question that you come in, but it's right, because I feel bad for people who's had that messaging me, especially if because like you had to do something well, and people going, they want to comment and say, because I get it, and when I see the fucking message was ages ago, and they're saying, I was at your gig last night, and you're brilliant, and they might be asking me to do the wedding or something, and it's like I'm back in May, and this is August,
and the wedding is over.
I feel like a dickhead.
The divorce. No.
Can you divorce
done and dusted. But I feel bad because they think, because I've often messaged someone and then they've not got back to me. Even people that I know well, like Emma Doran, like me and Emma started comedy together, and she's massive, she's blows up. Brilliant. And I just message out, we used to message out gigs and this, that, and that, but I know the messages just go.
Do you get overstimulated?
That's what I'm saying.
When I go in and there's like multiple messages.
The anxiety, the overwhelmed.
I get overwhelmed with DMs.
But I do like to try and read and get and try and reply. But the bigger profile you have, anyone can message you.
That's what I'm saying.
It must be and it's just
really
like,
hard.
who's this? What are they on about or whatever? But and the genuine ones who are wishing you well are genuinely asking you like that you wouldn't have known. Do you know what I mean? That you were getting asked to do the sister sheds and all that. And it gets lost. And it's not you being rude to you. Don't be rude.
No, Jesus,
it's not me being rude.
Sometimes I do say to people like, WhatsApp me because I write back faster.
I have a WhatsApp too.
Have you? Yeah, well, no, no, I don't. But on my Instagram, I think, on my Facebook, my number is on it. I have my number on it. No, I couldn't listen. No, I couldn't have. Yeah, actually, where did I come in? I come home last week.
Take that down.
I come now. It's there. I have. Message me.
No, you have.
I come in one night and I was at the B&O. I was at the B&O and I come in and I got a message and it was like, the message like, hey Joe, and it was J-O, right? No, and I'm like, what? And it was like, listen, Dan is looking for you, and what he's gonna do to you, I don't think you're gonna like, right? But I don't agree what you did, so you probably deserve, right? This, but it was all spelled wrong, and it was arse race. It was either some kid or the and just, and my head was going, I was gonna reply, learn out the fucking spell, you dyslexic. And I just messaged her back, and just at the end I went blocked, and I just blocked the number. Someone's supposed to go, oh, who's this and who's Dan and who's that? Fuck off, you know what I mean? There's someone trying to look for reaction, and it could be someone you know. I couldn't. It's not your number. No, it's not your phone number. Like an email address now, nothing.
I don't even have an email address.
No, why couldn't listen? It's not.
No, I had a stalker a while ago.
Did you?
Yeah, I had to get restraining order.
This was going to stalk me. Really?
Yeah, like it was heavy.
What?
So like
a bit like Baby Reindeer, big time Baby Reindeer.
Yeah, kind of like, you know. But he was training with me in a certain place.
Oh wow, fuck.
But I never spoke with him. And this place you wouldn't really talk. You just go and do your business and leave. Do you know what I mean? So he never spoke. Started sending weird messages, and I was like, right, maybe he was just drunk or something. Said to the owner, got kicked out. Then started going to Paddy's classes, but like was on the mats and was like not a member. Then was going was following all different places that I was training. Then arrived at my house.
No way, fucking
in the meantime, this is going on 2 years, but I had him blocked on like Instagram, Facebook, so all the social media. And arrived at my house, asking my neighbours for me and all.
No way.
Shauna.
Yeah.
And did you have to go to court to get that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got issued like straight away.
My God.
Got the maximum one.
Wow.
Like there's more to it. That's just
you don't
want to say too much.
Like freaked.
Yeah.
That's
so now
crazy.
I'm real like.
Yeah.
I'm like, he was obviously following me and I didn't even know.
And you read them stories
because no
one
would know where I lived, you know what I mean? Everything that I have even registered is all still to me.
So we knew you followed you then to fucking know where you.
Yeah.
That's scary as fuck.
It's terrifying, isn't it? Jesus, fair play to you going straight in and stuff.
Well,
he's lucky he didn't kick the head off.
That's what I was just going to say.
I wasn't there, he was asking us, but wanted me to know he was there. Will you bring her and let her know I'm outside, and said his name and all,
That's how fucked up these people are, isn't it? That they're so twisted in their heads that they're not even.
And then the guards obviously had to go back on the CCTV.
But then it's the other thing, I'm not saying now, obviously if a fucking stalker approached you and you'd be like, oh my God, self-defense, boom, man, knock the bollocks out.
This man was a big dude, about 130 kilo.
Was he? And he was in the training, he did all the martial arts and the whole lot as well, so there's not like...
Either way, you still don't have to...
I'm married as well, may I add.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
crazy. The wife used to be there with him sometimes.
And did the restraining... What?
Yeah.
She'd do it with him?
No, at the
other type of training that I was doing, not jiu-jitsu. A few different, Can't say too much.
I'm kind of lost.
This is my moment. This is your job. Ask the fucking question.
Because I did have a question to ask, but going back to that though, but he's gone now. That's just shame.
Yeah. That was all in my last fight camp. I was like, what is
and you're focusing on something else, and that shit is going on. That's nightmare.
Do you know what I did want to ask Shauna? And I swear, I just need to ask because I say it. I wasn't going to, but I will. The OnlyFans thing. There was a big thing about that with you, right? Now, me personally, I've been looking at my feet, thinking I can do OnlyFans, and if I'm going to get money for that, actually, I do have an OnlyFans page with my feet, Joe.
Well, you didn't ask. What are you telling me for?
Yeah.
They're right.
No, don't.
Is that a thing?
No, I'm joking.
Is that a thing?
But tell us about that. So first, my question about OnlyFans is, how much can you make?
So So they sponsor me, so I'm a sponsored athlete with them.
Wow.
Right, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
where we're going with it. Because I was,
Savage.
you know, people are talking shite again, all this OnlyFans stuff. Yeah, I want to just
So
like
like
that.
originally years ago when OnlyFans was made, it before like a hairdresser would do a hair tutorial, a chef would do a cooking tutorial. It was
Was
for
it?
like that was what
Right,
was for.
so it's just fans of whatever it was.
Yeah, and then it turned into porn.
Right.
And then, so now they're like sponsoring athletes and all to bring it back
Really?
to what it's
Oh,
actually
very
for.
good.
That's brilliant.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great. Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's like and
So
it's
that's
really
what I
helpful
want.
And then
financially
if
as
it's
well.
good to get that.
making money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
And speaking of sponsors, thanks for letting me ask that. But
problem.
speaking of sponsors, do you have many other sponsors? Like, have you got?
Yeah, so Or King sponsor me, the OnlyFans sponsor me. I recently had a new one Water, they sponsor me as well. And then I obviously have like my physios and my meal preps and all that help me all year round, which is huge as well.
That's
That's
great.
savage,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
So then, so this is because if you not saying if you hadn't got all these sponsors, but it makes it so much easier that there's money coming in that you can
Especially
concentrate.
especially like at the start, because like when I started off as a pro, like your first few fights you get paid very little. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And then as you win in the UFC, you go up and up and up. Like so, you only go up when you win. If you don't win, you stay on the same amount.
Do you get anything if you don't win? Like if you
Yeah,
go
so
for
you
the
get your
fight,
show purse. So once you weigh in and show up to fight, that's your show purse, and then it doubles if you win.
is the money at
Deadly.
the end of it a determination to win, or is it just in here that makes you win?
Like obviously, like when you don't win and you're not getting the other half, it's like fuck, you're not getting the other half. Do
See,
you know what I mean?
I just don't remember now, but that video you were all sitting at the table somewhere in a paddy and all, and you were watching something, and you just won a load of money.
Yeah, so the post-fight press
I
conference.
was like, what's going on here? What the fuck? And I was like reading how much you were at the point. I can't remember how much it was, but like.
Yeah, so every fight card has like a performance of the night and fight of the night bonus. So that show, I got the performance of the night. So they only
lovely.
announce it at the end of the show.
Very
So it was
good.
the post-fight press conference. So we're sitting there and he's like, Shauna, Alexia, performance of the night bonus. And then he like swiftly moves on and like talks about something else. Like, and I'm like, so I just spent 50 grand on Paddy's like, you just won $50,000. And I'm like,
I'd be screaming like that as well.
It was that reaction
Yeah.
that was like.
Deadly.
because it was, I didn't know. I was like, did he just say that? And Paddy's like, you just won $50,000.
And it's mad because I
Brilliant.
thought for some reason I didn't see that, but I thought when you had the
Fucking
50
hell.
grand, that's what you got paid for the fight. So I didn't know that was
you know
an
that
added
beforehand. You, like that's
Yeah.
all like in your contract
That's
or
just a
whatever.
bonus.
That's
It's
just a
like, you know
bonus.
what, there you go,
Brilliant.
boom.
Yeah.
That's fucking that's
Amazing.
That's,
Now you only come out with half after your tax and
It doesn't
everything.
matter.
But it's still great. It's still
even
great.
the
matter.
achievement
Missing.
of winning it. Like
Yeah.
I'm up for the awards. I love the idea that I'm nominated for it.
That's
Like,
amazing. Well
winning
done.
it would be like
Congratulations. Yeah.
massive. I'd
Yeah.
be like, what?
the
Do you know?
nomination alone though is
Yeah,
something else. to be
nomination.
Especially when you're in a
nominated
category with
on.
such like
Brilliant,
high
yeah.
level
Esteemed,
people.
yeah,
people
high
esteemed
level.
and you.
Yeah, I'm
brilliant.
absolutely buzzing for that. So I get it. Do you know, we have them little achievements.
So did you take the week off?
Yeah, I went. Where did I went to Australia to see my sister after that.
lovely.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
me, Jason, my ma went over for like 2.5 weeks.
That's savage.
Yeah.
Because if we win a fiver on a scratch card, I'd take the day off work. I'm like, fuck
They're not going in today. Why? Just with a fucking fiver on a scratch card.
I'm in lunch break. I'm like, yeah,
Yep.
I'm having a car
Half day
free.
there.
Cost me a fortune.
Carvery nowadays is fucking
Oh,
€40.
Not where do I eat. Not where do I eat.
Where'd you get a Carvery for a
I get mine
fiver?
now at Paul's shop.
It's not
Well,
even
like the
Paul's
ready-made
anymore.
meal.
It's Timmy's.
It's a Timmy's.
The microwave thing.
I got a little carvery off Timmy's shop in Knockmore. Yeah, this one.
Does he do okay?
No, I'm only fucking joking. This is a joke.
I never know when you was serious or not. I can't read the room.
So I'm serious sometimes, and then I'm only messing other times. Of course, I don't buy a fucking carvery with a fiver. I'm joking.
I was actually more to the point that Timmy do.
No, he doesn't.
The local corner
I
shop in
haven't been
Killenaar.
up there. I haven't been up there and haven't been there in age. I love that's a great shop.
It is
It's a
a
nice
great
shop
shop.
because that's what I like about areas where we're from. Springfield hasn't got a Timmy's or a
Or a
Susan's.
bleeding.
No, well, it has
Molly's.
the little local sweet shop, like, do you know, in the middle of the chipper and the Chinese.
The super,
Yeah,
not
what's
super
that
Valley.
called? It's
Super
called
Valley.
New.
Oh,
It's
that's
no.
We
super-
just call it sweet shop. I don't know what
It's called
actually
news agents.
No, it's not.
No, Valley's something Valley.
Yeah.
or something,
Super
isn't
Valley.
it?
They have all the toys in the front window.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Super
call that
Valley
sweet
and
shop from when I was a
Linda
kid.
runs it, okay.
Linda's.
Linda's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got caught shoplifting there when I was like 9. Yeah.
What did you rob?
I don't
Was it
know.
worth
It was ridiculous. No toys or something, and we had to come all the way up, not by my miles away from home. You know when you're miles away from home and somewhere, I was like,
You're like,
wow,
I'll get away with it here.
I was with another little scrout, was about 9 or 10. He was a little bit older than me, and he was like, come on, we rob shit. And I was like, yeah, let's go. So we were just getting stuff and then grabbing them and then running out and then hiding it and going, that was too easy, let's rob again. So we robbed about 4 or 5 different visits in. And yeah, a man grabbed a hold of me and he was just scared. He kind of brought me back into the shop and I was like ringing the guard and all, and I was like,
stop on a 9-year-old.
Yeah, and I didn't go on air spring fair for about 20 years.
I haven't been back since.
That reminds me when I was caught robbing in Hamels. Do you remember Hamels?
Where was Hamels?
Hamels in the middle of Jobstown when it went to the square.
Yeah.
Remember the brothers used to
and you robbed them there?
Robbed a can of Coke, right? But I had these aluminous leggings.
Not standing out
That's
at all.
even worse than the robbing
And
thing.
do you know what I did? I put it there. Like,
I stood out, nigga.
You're bold, like.
I was a bulge. Right?
Are you buzzing off me?
I can't
I was fucking 9 or
brilliant.
so.
Brilliant. 9 is the best time to shoplift.
Caught robbing. No. He's like the Jobstown head. Now. He's like,
I can see him.
give me back the can.
Wipe it.
Can?
Wipe it and give it back to me.
That can.
I
was like, oh no. Yeah, I was
come
fucking
here,
lying.
right? Do you not just think, like, if someone, like, I would have just bought it for you?
Yeah,
Like, if you were an adult, like the other day I was in the Tesco's beside me and some fella was getting like 2 drinks for him and his friend and he was 30 cents short and your man was a hit and I was like, give me the fucking
I'll get
just
that.
like
Yeah.
kid.
How many times have you done that?
Yeah, I love seeing people paying for other. I'll give you an example of what happened a few weeks ago when I was at doing a gig and after I come out and I had no change in me and we were jumping on a bus and Sarah had change but I hadn't, so I saw I had the bunk on, right, and it just someone had
Still robbing.
You never get up, kid. You never get up.
No, but this is where Sarah was like, what are you fucking at? And I was like, I've no change. And it was the last bus. And I was like, we're going to have to get a fucking pay for it and go home. And it's like, so we was like, just so I'm trying to make the beep noise. And I was thinking, I'll just beep. But someone had... This is true.
That's wrong, Mark.
This
That's
is
worse than
true.
the
I know. She went distracted. She put the money in and I was but someone else bunked on before me. And he was like, hey, and I was like, beep, dodge, and then he didn't see. So we just sat down, and he was like, hey, and your man. So we kicked this fella off, right?
Like,
and your man gets off the bus.
It's weird it was coming out of their pockets.
No, and it was a Dublin, and I thought, is it Dublin bus driver of all people? Like, I was like, what? So we went on, this is gas, we went on, right? And I'm sitting there and I was like, he didn't know, I'm just keeping my head down. And it's very unusual for me to be quiet any more than 5 seconds, and I'm just pure quiet. And I got
any more than 5 seconds.
We got to Dame Street, and the bus parks, right? Until someone else bumped on. But your man seeing him, and so the bus driver stops the bus, boom, turns off, and we're all sitting there, and no one's saying that. And I'm like, does everyone know the bus is not going? It's like stopped. And I was like, I went up to him and I goes, what's going on? He goes, someone's upstairs, didn't pay for the bus. I'm at the ringing the guards. And I was like, what? I said, but I'm at the bunk.
And you have that bunk and all, you're having it out one.
Right?
He would have made a show of you, wouldn't he?
Yeah, man. I said, what's
going on?
He goes, he's upstairs and he doesn't come down now and he's on, man. And I went, here. So I said, look, I'll come up. And I was going to say, look, just get off the fucking bus. I was going to kick them off.
After you bunking off.
No one knew.
Nobody knew.
Nobody knew I bunked on, but I was going to not kick them off. I was going to say, come on.
We're in a hurry.
Come on, bro. We want to go home.
So I marched up the stairs. And I was only up the stairs and all I heard, you up, Joe, Ernie? So I was like saying hello to cunts. I was like, all right, what's up? And I goes, someone didn't pay and the bus driver's not going. And we're all left. And some young fella was, no, but I was saying, like, as if, come on.
The cars would have been 5 hours.
Right. So the fella at the very back of the bus goes, here, I'll pay his bus fare. And I don't know if it was a he or a she. Could have been she. And they just went, and he went, there's €2. Give your man. And I went downstairs. I said, hey, someone's paying us €2. Come on. And he started the bus and drove home. And I thought, the cheek and bunking on.
And you know what's even funnier, right, is that they didn't know that you didn't pay a bus fare, right? No. So for you to take €2 off when they're thinking, you fucker, you could have just, instead of kicking them off, just paid the €2.
Oh, you wouldn't. We hadn't got €2 to pay for him.
We know that. You didn't have it for yourself, but they didn't know that. So I'd say he was like, Jesus, Joe, that was...
I wasn't going, no one was getting, it's not as if I have authority to kick people off the bus.
I know.
But I was just going to go, he knows you've bumped on. If I got caught, if I got your man Bushman go, hey, you would have, I went, oh, did I not? Beep.
Yeah.
Or something. I would have got out. Like if you get caught, like with the toys when 9 years old, you got caught, give it back. Hands up and then go.
Yeah.
But like, there's nothing wrong with chancing a fucking free bus ride home. Do you know how many times I put in 270 and never got me 20 cents?
I paid for it.
More than 10 times. More than 10 times. So that cancels that out. Do you know what I mean? That cancels that out. I don't know. But anyway, so don't. What I'm saying is, don't shoplift. This podcast is sponsored by Lambs. Don't shoplift. Don't rob shit. Become a fucking superstar, sports superstar. 100%. Shauna Bannon, best guest we've had on so far. Respect and love to you. Absolutely. Thanks so much. Bring it in there. Thanks so much. I'm going to give it up for Sherin's first podcast as co-host.
Bravo!
And then also then Jamie as well. Thank you very much.
And let's give it up for Joe Irish.
Oh, thank you. Shoplifting supreme, yeah. Give it there. And then,
is that going to be a thing now?
I don't know.
I really struggle with that.
I can't whistle at all.
My mate does that when we're out somewhere, and because he can't whistle, so he does this and he does that to me, and I go, and he goes.
No way.
And he do that. So we'll do it for the first 3 or 4 times. He'll go, right, and then he'll do that, and I won't do it, and he'll just be standing there like this. What a horrible bastard. We're definitely going to get you back on then after a couple of fights. So come back, tell us all about how you got on.
100%.
And from now on, best of luck. Thanks very much.
So
Thank you. And that's a wrap. Thank you. Good night. God bless you.